I didn't really watch Obama's speech. I'm watching some uh, people give their commentaries on the speech. So that's what I'm going by. And I've watched CNN, Dr. Gupta's um, thing on CNN about healthcare. Obama apparently said that if anybody has a better healthcare system, he's all willing to work with you. Let's see what the problem with our healthcare system. Right now, what our planet is doing is everything wrong. Everything we do is killing us, but we want to take a pill and think that a pill is going to cure you in some way. Or go see a doctor and somehow you'll get cured by their recommendations of the cure, which is a pill. There's always a pill that doctors profit from. There's no interest in sustaining human life. There's no interest in making sure you have a healthy, happy life. Our medical systems are completely designed around let's support the corporate world because I need to make a lot of profit. So that's why doctors aren't really interested in your health anymore. They're interested in how many pills they can sell you. Why? Because they have a ton of salespeople selling them this is how you cure this disease, give them this pill, and you'll get this much of a commission off of it. And that is a well known secret um, that I found out years ago when there was an antidepressant that I was taking, been manipulated to take by the medical community. And then all of a sudden they started coming out with these Prozacs and a whole other range of um, depressants. And then I found out the one that was working for me I could no longer buy. Doctors, no matter what area in Canada I lived in, I could never ever get the prescription that actually worked. The first one that came out had no side effects. It was completely healthy, other than it was a pill to make you block out your problems so you don't see it, so you'll never ever fix your problems. So that's why I don't take any of these drugs. But I did question, why is this drug still available, but your doctors aren't allowed to prescribe it anymore? Nowhere in Canada do, I mean, it's a fight. It was always a fight for me to get that prescription. The only way I was able to get it, which tells me I know it's still available, is because I also had fibromyalgia, which that was the only drug that calmed the nerves down, the muscle down. It was like a somewhat of a muscle relaxant. So as soon as they seen that I had that medical problem, all of a sudden that medication was available to me. So there's a lot of manipulation going on within the medical community that all their interest is keep doing everything wrong and come and see me, the doctor, and I'll give you a pill. And we can't support that anymore. We have cost effective rules that says never ever ever look at the problem. It's too expensive to look at the problem. Just ignore the problem and let's go with the profit. You know, if we actually spent money looking at the problems our product creates, then it will be cost effective and we won't make any money, and then the idea is completely crap. So, good healthcare. What does good healthcare involve? And why is your governments, no matter where you are on the planet, they have zero interest in good healthcare? Because they'd actually have to hold corporations responsible for what they do. If we had responsible corporate world that didn't have a license to murder people, then we'd have the perfect healthcare system. I've been reading out of this book, Hollow Dynamics. You can check out some reading or buy the book yourself. Go to hollowdynamics.com. And this guy's been curing cancer, AIDS, mental illness, addictions for more than 30 years. It claims to be a tool that can solve every problem known to the human experience. And one thing that is making this successful is the concept of cure the cause and you cure the illness. Now, if you got a corporation in your neighborhood that sort of employs the whole town, but the only thing that that corporation does is poison the planet, you, the worker, will accept making a product that's destroying your neighborhood because you need to make your living. It will make you sick as you work with this company, and they won't pay you enough money to go and see a doctor, and you won't get paid enough to actually take the medication that says, oh, we'll block the problem out. You'll just die. So you're working to die instead of saying, I don't want this corporation in my community unless they can produce a product that's not going to destroy me and my community. We don't know how to do that. We want everything that's wrong. We don't want things that actually work. Because if things worked, we'd be seeing totally different products being produced. We'd be seeing so much more opportunity available for everybody to work if we actually did something right. But there's no interest in that. If you want good healthcare involves cure the causes, and you'll cure every friggin' illness, which means our healthcare problem would completely disappear. What does that mean? It means like when corporations like BP Oil are clearly about to kill millions of people, flying over the area with toxic poison, poisoning the entire Gulf, and what did the government do? Nothing. Nothing. They allowed them to keep spraying poison even though they knew it wasn't allowed. They kept news media away from even reporting how many deaths this is going to cause. Media is not even allowed to report on the reality that's going on because it's going to kill millions of people. But Obama's not interested in health care. He's interested in the few at the top earning as much profit as possible. It's all about profit, 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 which is going to destroy the whole friggin' planet. We only got a limited amount of time to fix these problems. I'm also noticing the Venus Project is starting to get, I don't know, I'm seeing a lot more videos that they're going into full force. And it's like, there's another plan that is identical to this plan. You have to be able to recognize patterns within patterns to see the Venus Project is the exact same system we already have. It's all about everything's free. Doesn't every politician say everything's going to be free? You know, basically, they give you promises and say that they will fix problems in the future, just elect me. That's what this Venus Project is all about. Support the Venus Project. Yes, we know there's a lot of problems with it, but we're going to fix those in the future. If you can't fix the problems you already know about before you build it, then you ain't got the mindset to solve any problems in the future. They're also saying that there won't be any meaningless jobs. What jobs are meaningless? Farming? Are you going to let all farming be done by technology? When some people find a great deal of meaning in farming, but no, there's going to be a controller, you know, the head of the government, which they're going to say it's not a government run system, yet it is a government run system because somebody's going to dictate what's a meaningful job and what isn't a meaningful job. And the opportunity is just not going to be there for you, but they're promising you that you'll get everything you want. I also talked with, I made a comment about somebody that was a student in systems, and he said there's no such thing as a perfect system. Well, let's just look at the body. The body's a perfect system. What we do to our bodies makes it imperfect, but you know what? That heart keeps beating every day. My lungs work perfectly. There is a perfect system in this body. The universe works perfectly if you see the perfection in it. A plant grows perfectly. It has the blueprints of perfection, that when a plant grows, it grows into, a perfect flower. It grows into the perfect system that it is. So when you go to school and your school systems teach you no system is perfect, and then you think you're educated enough to design a perfect system knowing there's no such thing as a perfect system, you don't have the mindset to create the perfect system. you know, like Einstein said it best, it's going to take a completely new mindset to solve the problems of today. And I'm not seeing a different mindset. I'm seeing the same damn mindset in this Venus project as what we got right now. There's zero communication. They are too busy telling you what you want to hear, but can't receive any information. I've posted quite a few videos on this, and I've had a lot of Venus Project supporters come in, and all they do is talk trash to me that I don't know what I'm doing or haven't studied. And it's like, not one of these people would study more information that I've studied. I've studied completely this Venus Project enough to see the flaws. Why? Because I've done other research as well, and you mix more research with their research, and you see a completely different picture that it's really odd that nobody in the Venus Project wants to discuss or even investigate. Why is it that people that are supporting this Venus Project want you to spend all your time researching their stuff, but nobody in the Venus Project will ever research somebody else's stuff that actually shows them how to design a perfect system? Why is there such a rejection to learn how to do things right? So kind of, well, I have zero fears about this Venus Project ever getting off the ground, because it's so flawed. It's flawed right from the very beginning, that they're just going to spend their lives talking and talking and talking about a system that will never ever unfold, because way too many people will be affected negatively by that system. It's a cult. It's definitely heavy manipulation, and a lot of people see that. A lot of people sense that. They may not know exactly what the flaws are of the system, but sensing something is negative is, listen to your intuition. It is a negative system. And because there is an awful lot of people that do want change, we just want change that works. And when your intuition tells you that ain't a good system, chances are subconsciously you already know how imperfect that system is, so you won't support it. And the more people that suffer from our current system collapsing, there are more people like me that do really, really want change. But we want change to work. We want it to solve the problems of today, not increase the problems of today. So I will appear like I don't want change, that I'm loving the system, and people within the Venus Project won't comprehend the mindset that, no, I sit here and talk every freaking day because I want a different system. I just want a better system than what we've got. And I don't see that this Venus Project has any interest in unfolding something different. I don't see Obama really, saying what he means. He's willing to work with anybody that has a better healthcare system. Well, I got one. Cure the causes. You'll cure the healthcare problem. What's the causes? Our corporate world is legally entitled to kill off the planet in the name of profit, because we all need jobs. I say find better jobs. Find better ways of allowing us to be productive. That is being suppressed. We don't want humanity to be at our fullest potential. We want us to be doing nothing and then complaining about nothing works. And, the only way that they can do it is by lowering the population and just keeping enough slaves to keep the top percentage wealthy people getting the stuff that they want. But ultimately, they're going to be the ones suffering too when everything collapses, and they can't see that coming. Peace out.